Hey everyone, it is Wednesday on TheManlyPotsies, and I am DJ. I'm going to try my hardest to keep this video short, although just like Zep said, it'll probably end up 10 minutes, but I'm going to try so I can get to bed. It is late Tuesday night, which you will be seeing most of my videos done late Tuesday nights, even though I'm the Wednesday person. Just because I work on Wednesdays, and for the sake of all of you, I'm not going to do my videos before work on Wednesdays, um, because I probably would be kicked off just for looking and sounding horrible. So I do this for you. I had a decent week. I got that CT scan done that I mentioned I needed. On Sunday, I went out of town to my hometown, about an hour and a half away, which my dad still lives there, and my nephew went down with me, so my dad and I took my nephew to the movies. And I mainly went down there for my friend's college graduation party, so it was good to see some of my old friends there. And I came back on Monday because I had a doctor's appointment in the late afternoon where I got my CAT scan results, which they came back normal. So there was nothing showing there that pinpointed why I might be losing weight. And it's like the third test I've had done to try to determine my weight loss. So nothing showing up, which is good. You know, no news is good news. So they pretty much just had to check and make sure nothing else serious was showing up. So now they pretty much said my weight loss is most likely as a result from the rheumatoid arthritis, because it is listed as a symptom there. So, I'm just glad that it's nothing else serious. So after I got the okay CAT scan results, I was allowed to start my first Enbrel injection, which they gave to me there in the office. I watched them do it as they gave it to me, and the next week I have to go back and I do it as they watch me, and then I'll be allowed to do it at home from now on. And I did not feel any immediate symptoms from the injection, so I thought I was in the clear, but about 3 hours later I got a pretty bad POTS flare-up. I really could not stand, definitely could not walk. I mean, the room was just spinning. I fell over a couple of times. Whether it's from the Enbrel, I don't know. I guess I'll find out next week if it happens again with my next injection. I'm just hoping it's more of a coincidence and just happens to be a bad day or two of POTS. But yeah, today, Tuesday when I woke up, it was just overwhelming fatigue, as well as a few other typical POTS symptoms. And it did get a little better as the day went on. In the late evening, I was able to go to work for my last few hours, but was not able to make it to work on time. I had mentioned in my first video that I typically have to push myself to go to work, but there are some days where pushing yourself is just not possible. The symptoms overpower you, and you just can't push yourself. And today was unfortunately one of those days. Hopefully tomorrow's a better day. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the questions. David asked, after a stressful situation, how long do your symptoms last and what are your main symptoms? when the stressful situation is going on, I feel immediate symptoms, usually chest pain and palpitations, and definitely the main symptom being my blood pressure skyrocketing, which I don't know if I've mentioned, but I usually do have high blood pressure rather than low blood pressure. So, yeah, when my blood pressure, I can noticeably tell it's high, and I get a pretty bad headache as a result. And after the symptoms die down, after a few hours, I may be just overly tired for a day. Frank did not have a video this week, so I hope everything's going alright with you. In Zeb's video, he had a pretty cool dry ice experiment going on, which I definitely enjoyed, and I think you should do more experiments like that in more of your videos. But Zeb asked, do you find that being in a certain physical position makes you feel any worse? Yeah, for sure. Definitely bending down is not something that's an option for me. If I drop something, I, if someone's around, I ask them to pick it up for me, because it's not worth what I'll feel after bending down to pick something up. When I stand up, I'll, pretty much the room will start to spin there too, so no bending down for me. And also sitting and standing for long periods of time, also makes my blood pressure crazy high, as well as the blood pooling will be worse in my hands and arms when I've been upright for a long period. I'll feel like my hands are about to explode. So I definitely try to avoid that as I can. Andrew asked, is there any certain foods that you eat that help you feel better, or any that make you feel worse? I wouldn't say any particular foods that make me feel better or worse. I don't really know about anything better, but I know that if I eat large meals, that will make me feel worse. I'll feel bloated, and feeling bloated usually flares up pots a little bit. My question this week is, do you ever have trouble talking when you're horribly fatigued? And I'm not talking about finding your words, because I know that's pretty much a problem for most of us, but I'm talking about just having the energy, I guess, to open your mouth and speak. Because I feel like I'm having a little trouble doing it right now, actually. But yeah, just when I'm really fatigued, it feels like I have to use double, triple energy to open my mouth and get those words out, and to actually do the talking. And I get this, I don't know how to describe it, just a really weird feeling right here in my vocal cords. It feels tired, and it feels like I don't want to keep talking, but I usually have to, and that's a really, really bad thing about a call center job, because the ability to talk is one of my main job duties, so there's a lot of days that I fight with that, and I'm just wondering if that is a problem for any of you. And I also feel like I sound different when I get that feeling, but I don't usually sound different. So that's all I have for this week. You have Zeb tomorrow. I hope everyone has a great week, and thank you for watching The Manly Potsies.